Hi everyone. Today I'm making a video to help my own guild to reach SS or better in every one of our tartaros run. And when I say everyone, I mean most of them because sometime we'll see that this will not work even with the best of intentions. So first of all, you need to be able to beat tartaros in less than 4 days to be able to reach the SS rank or better. To break is 3,000 point that he has as his big HP bar over his stage. You can only make one attack per player from your guild on Tartaros per day, and a normal attack on him would give you 60 point on that 3,000 point you try to reach. The total attack that you need then would be 50. To be able to reach a SS rank, you need to make at the very least 50 of those attack with all of your 25 player in less than 2 days. So everyone must keep at the very least one lantern and find Tartaros in 1 day. Then for the first day and the second day, the 25 can hit Tartaros. And this is why we say that you need to have 25 able attackers and a bit of luck on your side. If you're trying to reach for an SS only, you need to have at the very least 13 active able attackers and a bit of luck, or at the very least around 17. If you find him in the second day, you will be able to, with your 17 player, get that Tartaros down in 3 days. So what I call an able attacker would be someone that is first able to do Tartaros in normal difficulty. Second, able to follow strict guidelines to be able to reach Tartaros in the first or second day of his spawn. That's pretty much all you need to know to be able to do Tartaros with SS or SSS. Nah, that would be way too easy. So here's what my last Tartaros run looked like with my own guild. And in that one, I was kind of raging because I know we are easily able to get to SS or to SSS sometimes, and we only got an S because we recruited a lot lately and got rid of a few inactive players, and the new one did not have the chance to catch up with the old ways we used to be, and kind of pushed a few able players that were able to do the right thing at the right time in the past to to go aside what's supposed to be needed to reach that point, that objective. So the first thing you need to know when you try to get your Tartaros for SS or SSS without having the team that is able to beat everything here in the hell difficulty would be to rush for Tartaros. You do not want to hit his mini boss. You try to find the shortest way to him. There, we do not know at first where we have to go to be able to find Tartaros. But let's say that we have an idea that most of the time it will end up in the deep part of the labyrinth. There was actively what would have been our shortest way to get to the boss, and he could have been in the left side corner where we had one of his henchmen, his mini boss, but he wasn't. And even if he was in the bottom left, we still would have taken the same way most of the time. We would just have to go on the left right here. When you start, you want to go for the straightest line to be able to activate as much of the 4 boxes that you can. And once you have checked for the box, if it's not there, you go back on your way and you try to find the Tartaros. As you can see, we got on a mini boss right in the middle when we tried to reach straight for the bottom of the labyrinth, which would have forced us to make that little way on the left, which we did. We did not really have a choice to do so. Once you hit the mini boss, you do not attack it. You go, you make the whole round. This will still take you less time than beating the mini boss and then reaching for tartaros, unless you have one of those super strong guild where everyone is able to do the mini boss at L difficulty, which is not often the case. So um, here you can see that we wasted a lot of attack on many of the places where there was no possibility to find a boss. These two, by example, or these five, were needed. We were actually trying to reach that the 4 bucks, the big bucks that was there. But those two were clearly wasted. Mind that those are not all mistakes that my guild did in the last run for Tartaros. Some of them have been done after Tartaros have been killed or found in this map. So, once you find Tartaros, you want to try to kill him as fast as possible. And as we said, we need 25 active player 2 days in a row, or 17 3 days in a row, or in the best case scenario, 13 4 days in a row if he's up in the labyrinth, which he's not often. Then, what can help you to reach a goal? You can't, well, when you try to organize a whole group around the same idea, the same goal, it's not always that easy to push everyone to do the best they can do with their resources. So the best side option that you have would be to use your leaders. Your leaders can put some targets on the point that you want to reach. And when they do, try to reach their target as fast as possible with the shortest way possible. Then, if the leader is active, he will put some new targets so the whole clan can try to do the same thing and reach a target faster. The other part that might be useful would be to have the whole guild knowing what it's doing. Yet, you will often see one or two strong-headed player, or I would say more selfish player, that will try to go for the mini bosses just to have a bit more point, just to see their little face in the MVP section at the end of the Tartaros run. Um, Try to motivate them and let them understand that they will get better reward if they go for SS than if they go for A, but with a better score for them. Next would be never attack the mini bosses unless you are obligated to do so. It happens sometimes that you have one of those maps that do not let you reach Tartaros, even if you try always to find the shortest way without hitting one. This is the part about luck. Um, Tartaros has been known to sometimes show up really high in your labyrinth, even before you see his henchmen. And when he does so, you have an opportunity if you are 25 normal player, I don't say top player, just player able to do Tartaros at normal difficulty, to get an easy SSS. But most of the time, since he's deep in his labyrinth, you will have to settle for an SS unless you're one of those top guilds. Try, if you know that you will be able to be there before the reset of your lantern, to keep one of them, just in case your team find Tartaros early on. If you know you won't be able to be there, spend them all, make the way for your ally to be able to hit Tartaros as soon as possible. By the way, when I want to show you one or two of those examples of when you are not able to get an SS, not even if you tried hard, not even if your leader has put target, not even if everyone in your guild knows what he's doing and he's not wasting. As you can see on the left, they already found the 3 enchants. They already opened all the big box, and there is one remaining. It's behind one of the boss. And the player that has posted that map on the left exactly complaining on the part that the day you can actually make your team work together and go for the aim for Tartaros first tactic, Well, he ended up with that on the second day and was like, yeah, I'm going for an S finally. And on the right, same thing. Every 4Ks have been already looked out of those two that are blocked by this henchman as well. So it won't always work. It will work most of the time. I can say that at the very least 8 times out of 10, if your whole guild knows what it's doing, following the basic guideline, you will be able to get an SS or more if you are 15 or more player active and able to do tartaros at normal difficulty, even with just the slightest bit of luck. Thanks a lot. That was everything for today. Feel free to follow or to like the video if you liked what you've seen. I'll try to make more content in the future. Thanks.